Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family, and today we will be discussing Thiago Motta possibly becoming the new Paris Saint-Germain manager after news coming out that Julian Nagelsmann has been cancelled. Julian Nagelsmann will not be the new Paris Saint-Germain manager, as I talked about yesterday, and Thiago Motta is a heated candidate, and we're going to look at the reports, look at how he plays at Bologna, look at his time at Bologna, and see why he would be a good fit for Paris Saint-Germain. So first of all, here from Fabrizio Romano, PSG indeed wants to announce the new coach next week, confirms. The probability is high that the future PSG coach is one of either Luis Enrique, Xabi Alonso, or Thiago Motta. For Xabi, it seems more distance, and for Motta, Nasser Khelaifi appreciates him a lot. As we all know, Nasser has always sticked to wanting Thiago Motta as the new manager. He wanted that last summer, and he wants it this summer. So let's see. Justin, Luis Enrique has a very strong support in Doha. So it's between Enrique and Motta. In Doha, it's between Thiago Motta and Luis Enrique. And this talks about why we actually need a manager. The vagueness regarding the future PSG coach is not helping the transfer window of PSG to progress. Despite having agreements with certain targeted players, the project presented is currently an obstacle to obtaining their definitive yes. Breaking: Thiago Motta is now the favorite to be the new PSG coach. In the next few hours, there will be more meeting for the file to advance. Juan Marti, it can only be one between Thiago Motta and Luis Enrique. Justin, PSG are in direct contact with another coach. Justin, PSG hopes to finalize the arrival of their next coach next week. And this is the big report. This came out before Julian Nagelsmann was discarded. If Julian Nagelsmann does not come, Thiago Motta will be plan B. He already has an agreement to join the Parisian bench from Foot Mercato, and all of this tells me that Thiago Motta will be the new Paris Saint-Germain manager. I'm not feeling that Luis Enrique aura / vibe. I'm feeling the Thiago Motta vibe, because listen, if we're selling Mbappe this summer, if we're going for something entirely new, and if you look at all the transfers we've made, a lot of young players, a lot of hungry players, a lot of players that would want to evolve and create a dynasty under one single manager, which potentially could be Thiago Motta. Obviously, he finished 9th in the table with Bologna, and when he took over, they were pretty much in a relegation battle, but he put them in mid-table, which just shows his greatness and his quality. And he also had really great performances. I mean, he had 14 wins, 11 losses, and 9 draws. Most of the losses came early on when he first came to Bologna, but then he got some important victories: 2-2 versus Napoli, 1-0 versus Inter, 2-0 versus Atalanta, 0-0 versus Roma, 2-1 versus Fiorentina, and 1-1 versus Juventus, which really shows that even though he's playing with a mid-table side, he can still compete with the best, showing his genius as a manager. So this isn't any simple mid-table manager. This isn't a great manager. Obviously, he's been linked with the Inter job, with the Roma job, with the Juve job, with the AC Milan job. So if I see Thiago Motta not going to PSG, I think he's going to be picked up by another big club. So it's not like Paris Saint-Germain are the only big club looking for Thiago Motta as their new manager. And this is how he mostly plays with Bologna. It's a 4-2-3-1. Very similarly to Nagelsmann, and what Paris Saint-Germain pretty much are trying to build with the team this season. And here is how it could look potentially with the players that we got now: Donnarumma in goal, Hakimi, Nuno, Skriniar, Marquinhos, Ugarte, Verratti, Neymar, Asensio, Mbappe, Ekitike. But I wanted to add a bit of spice. And then you get this. You get Osimhen up top, you get a Silva on the right, and this is a pretty much perfect team. This is how Brazil plays. This is how France plays. So this helps Mbappe a lot. He has that striker that he wants. Neymar, the only 10 centrally. No Messi to take his place. Verratti and Ugarte, who can drop into the right and left-sided spaces when Nuno and Hakimi pushes up. Bernardo Silva, who can be a winger, who can be an attacker, but can also drop into the midfield. And this suits Thiago Motta perfectly. And Thiago Motta will absolutely get the best out of this, and this lineup would cook under Thiago Motta. And one important thing also with Thiago Motta, he knows the core of the team. He knows the absolute core of the team. Obviously, we don't know if Mbappe is going to leave or if he's going to stay, but Thiago Motta knows him. from one season at least. Whilst when it comes to Neymar, he knows him very well. He knows Marquinhos very well. They've spent a lot of time at Paris Saint-Germain, and obviously the most important player, which is Marco Verratti, especially with the recent rumors circulating that he's gonna leave and Campos is pushing him out. If Thiago Motta comes, he's gonna make Verratti cook. And when you know the core of the team, that's really important. That's already a big step into your managerial role. So it's pretty much he will already be something bigger than Christophe Galtier was for an entire year here at Paris Saint-Germain. So this is a huge thing. Another huge thing is this great relationship with Nasser Khalifi. Obviously, Galtier was picked by Campos and never had a great relationship with Nasser. But Nasser, as I've been saying, he's been pushing for Thiago Motta to become the new Paris Saint-Germain manager since last summer. And he will be delighted if Thiago Motta becomes the new manager. I mean, they have a great relationship together. They would work perfectly. Nasser would give him the power that he needs to succeed here at Paris Saint-Germain, which Galtier really didn't get. So this beautiful love relationship would cook as well. But that's been it. I believe Thiago Motta, sure, does not have the experience, but he has a lot of stuff that go into his hands. And everybody's saying, oh, this is a mid-table coach. As I've said, yes, he's managing a mid-table team at the moment, but the clubs that are after him are big teams. It's all the top sides in Italy. They're looking currently at Thiago Motta because he is the future manager that everybody wants to pick up and have a long dynasty. So let's be the first club. Let's be that club that picks up this genius in Thiago Motta and making him creating a dynasty around him at Paris Saint-Germain. We all want a manager that can be here for a long time, and I think Thiago Motta is a perfect candidate now that Nagelsmann, Zidane, Mourinho, all of these managers are off the cards, and I believe all of that Thiago Motta, Luis Enrique interest is just, to fill up the newspapers. That's been it. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think about Thiago Motta possibly becoming the new Paris Saint-Germain coach? That's been it. Allez, allez, allez Paris.